Do we have an intro? Nah, we just start.
Let's do a jingle.
Let's just start. Welcome back.
Maybe we will eventually.
Thanks to everyone who's been tuning in.
Ataraxy
Like,
podcast.
okay, no.
You're welcome.
Nah.
That was pretty
We
good.
could just count down from like 20.
I could probably like. That's what you did last time. I was so cheesed. This guy, I started recording, and he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Because all the time they do this, Tim did it in episode 3 because before we started recording, Tim was like, damn, I actually do hear them.
Really?
Yeah, they're tackling.
Yeah, they're loud. No, it's okay. Tim started like he did this radio host kind of. He tried to do like this super professional voice when we started. He was like, we're in Carleton, beautiful Carleton University. And I'm like, bro, like why do you sound like that? And I'm like, no, we're not gonna keep that. Let's restart. And then he's like, can I keep that? And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna remove it. And he's like, no. That's why, like, if you listen to the episode when we're first starting, you hear him go, no, and he goes, Dojo doesn't care about the culture.
The podcast,
oh yeah,
right?
we're keeping it. And he's like, Dojo doesn't care about the culture. That was literally why he was saying that. And I was like, can you shut up? And then we started.
You cut that out, huh?
What? Yeah. I cut it. I started when he said like no. Because like I had started already and he was trying to speak over me. But anyways, today we have Anne. We actually plan on doing a solo episode today, but then you messaged me and I was like, oh, you've been kind of like trying to.
Wait, are you saying I've been clout chasing, asking to be in the podcast?
You just like you were very interested in like then joining. So I
You
was like,
mentioned that I could be a guest, and so I said, I was just like, I asked like weeks ago. I was like, oh, when am I gonna be a guest?
So like you messaged me and you just came up in
But
my
this
head.
is on your own volition. Like I did not ask.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't know what you said, but I was like, oh yeah, I should bring her on because like we wanted to this episode talk about like the school year, and just like kind of just like summarizing
the highs and the lows.
Yeah, kind of just like how it went. So because basically by the time this comes out, it'll be probably like the first week of May.
My birthday week.
What day's your birthday?
May 3rd.
May 3rd? What day is that?
That's
Because
Friday.
Banu's birthday is Monday, and the episode with Banu is coming out that Monday.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, like, as soon as she said that, I didn't think, oh, that's awesome, it's your birthday. I said, oh, that's great for promo. That's literally what I answered. Because I could be like, hey, it's Banu's
viewers
birthday.
don't care.
I know they don't, but her
care.
friends will. Okay? So her friends will watch. May 3rd. That's a Friday?
That's a Friday.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
You're actually gonna be there. We're going out for dinner. So. You didn't know? Why do you look so surprised?
I'm going to be there?
Yeah, you're gonna be there.
Well,
Everyone's going.
I didn't know this.
I'm telling you now.
I didn't know I was going. Can you show the camera?
That is so. Don't you dare.
Oh, that's pretty embarrassing.
He just blew his nose and there's snot on the thing, but it's not green, so it doesn't
not
even.
green, no.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it clear?
it's like clear.
That's good. You're
Does
healthy.
that mean you're healthy?
Huh.
Yeah, because like when it's green, it's because you have an infection that you're fighting off, and then when it turns to clear, that's like you're regular.
Word.
Yeah. So if you get in like thick, viscous like
Damn, I
mucus,
got bear infections then.
you're fighting something.
Nigga, my shit. You know what annoys me? I'm always sneezing when I'm sleeping. Like when I'm like
When you're sleeping?
Like between like you know the cycle, how you go from awake to
yeah.
sleep, like and the awake times, I always end up
Wait,
sneezing
you wake
a lot.
up when you like.
Well,
You
when
don't
I
never-
do,
okay.
like let's say like around like the 6s and 7s when your body's starting to wake up and shit.
Yeah.
I always either like sneeze a lot, and the thing is like you're not really awake, so so you're not really like trying to catch yourself, trying to like
Yeah.
stop
Does it
the
wake you
sneeze. Nah, cause like
That's so
sometimes I'm
weird.
so tired, so I'm just like I just go right back to sleep. Cause what happens is
So it does wake you
I
up.
always keep sneezing on myself. That's literally what I've been trying to say.
When you sleep?
Yeah, cause I
my
wake up
God.
and I keep like I sneeze, but I never catch myself.
You know what I've heard realized recently? So many people have trouble sleeping or like trouble falling asleep or waking up. Like I have so many friends who like have to take melatonin, like all this.
This guy's been snoozing
Yeah.
a lot. I do also. Melatonin helps. I think it's just the overstimulation that we're always like.
Blue light.
Yeah, you always look at
Yeah.
a screen.
We're always being. You can do
No,
it.
but like now it's like a
Whereas-
thing. Like, you can ask to get like things deferred at school or like taking your exams later.
Because-
if you can't.
because
I have a
yeah.
friend. She gets like 9 a.m. exams. Never had one because she always takes them at 2 p.m. because she like has trouble waking up in the morning.
And she just told him that, and they're
Yeah,
like, cool.
they're like cool.
That's actually crazy. Like,
Or like and nothing. She doesn't have anything that's due in the morning now.
You
Everything
see
is
how
due in the
soft,
You
afternoon.
see how that ties in with what we were talking about
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yeah.
It's like it's so soft here. Like Like literally anyone can
9
get this
a.m.
shit.
too. Like that's you can literally wake up at like 7.
9
Like,
a.m. to
you
me.
could live a stream from here and like be like, I can't wake up.
If
for
I wake up
9.
at 9, to me, I'm waking up late.
Yeah, 9. I woke up today at 12, and that's like super late. For
Oh
me.
yeah.
I overslept.
If I wake up at 12, it sets the mood for the rest
Yeah,
of the
like,
day. That
I'm
I'm gonna be a
mad at
shit
myself.
person for the rest of the day. But
I have friends that wake up at like 4.
that's a
I'll
no
go
for
next
me.
time.
That's a no for me.
No, I
was
usually wake up at
just
6 or 7.
No, she's
I was like a 12 a.m. type
Yeah.
of person. But when she wakes up at 7, she'll complain, but then she'll be like, "Oh, I have like the entire day ahead of me."
I
It's
like
only
woke up so
And then she
early.
buys like 4 Airheads, buys caps.
Okay, is this podcast about making fun of me or what?
But I don't know. It's really just people kind of don't know how to just like turn shit off. What I realized with me is that like now, I can't even like turn off. I'm not even comfortable turning off my shit and then going to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to constantly be like, it's like we're so
Like,
addicted
so-
to
Like you
stimulation
expect
now.
Yeah.
something.
So you can't even be like just chilling and then like turn it off. You have to have like some kind of distraction,
This
like
gave me,
some
like,
kind
a
of
major
thing.
throwback. Do you remember in grade 12, in Old classroom, there was like a poster and it was like this hand and like handcuffed to it was a phone. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, I just
Oh my
have a
God,
good
biology
memory.
teacher had that.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, you guys are like addicted to your phones. It's ridiculous. And I was like, no, like I could get rid of my
No,
phone. No
like we
problem.
are, but the thing
Now,
is,
I don't
adults,
think I've ever gone anywhere without my phone on me. I don't think,
Yeah.
like I know people at my work, because I work at the government. Like,
It feels
they're
weird now,
old
huh?
people. They don't
Like,
have a phone. So
Just
I'll
your
be like,
phone dying probably just
Oh,
feels weird to
that's
me.
why
They
I
don't have
charge it all the
phones?
time. That's the thing. So a lot of them don't have phones because they're like, well, I never had one growing up. Like I don't really feel the need to have one today.
That makes
so I'm
sense.
like, what do you do if you're like lost somewhere? He's like, I don't know. I'll find someone. Like I'll figure it out. I was like, oh my, if
I
I
feel
like
like that's super rare though. Like
The way
no,
things
like
used to work, you know.
I work. My team is like what 20 people. Maybe 10 of them don't have phones. Like I'm serious. And the ones who do,
Jeez.
they have like flip phones and like they can barely do anything with it.
I
So
mean,
I wonder if it's
my
like
parents
weird
have
that.
iPhones, but they're like hooked on it. Like still, like they'll be
Word?
on Candy Crush. My dad will stop in the middle
Candy
of the
Crush,
stairs.
that's my dad's thing. My dad
will
is like a
stop,
level 500
Bro,
something.
let me fucking finish my sentence. My dad will literally like stop in the middle of the stairs and just be using his phone for a while.
Like,
My
as he's
sister-
going
as he's
down
going
the
up the
stairs.
stairs, yeah.
What? Like, and they're not even doing anything. Like, either they're on WhatsApp, like on
Yeah.
WhatsApp, like on just like,
Like
on
Facebook.
random just like group chats.
You waste so
or-
much time like not doing things on your phone. Just like you know menial tasks you do all the time. Like I check Facebook, my emails, like I just refresh it all the time. But it's like not actually doing something.
It's
but-
there's literally science behind it. It's literally just same reason why fucking crackheads always want their drugs. Like,
Dopamine, right?
it's literally dopamine. It's like
Yeah.
we're wired to always want novelty, and that's why they structure it the way it's structured. You will never reach the end of your feed on Instagram, and you'll never reach the end of your feed on Twitter, on Tumblr, on any of them.
You know what kills you
because
though?
it never
Those
ends.
Facebook videos that loop and it's like.
I'm never on Facebook.
Yeah.
I used to never use Facebook. Like last summer, I didn't have any apps like Instagram, Facebook, all that was deleted. This year was the first year of my life where I actually use social media like on a regular basis.
It's so hard to like
What?
just
I hate this life.
and it's so hard to like have that level of awareness where you're like actually aware of like wow, this is like the 10th minute straight I've just been scrolling on Instagram. It's so hard
There's
to just
features
stop.
on your phone now. You can like pause
the
an
screen
app.
time.
Yeah,
after-
I have
yeah.
it, but it's what happens is it's so easy to turn it off.
Yeah.
You just
And I'll be
press,
like, do
like-
you want to ignore the limit for today? Yes. Please.
Yeah, you're just like
Yeah.
ignore limit. There's two options, like 15 minutes or just for
Yeah.
today. First you'll be like 15 minutes, and then it'll keep popping up. So then you're like, oh fuck it, I'll just put it for today for the
Yeah.
whole day. So it never comes back. So you're just like on Instagram again. But it's like, I think it's just this. We're just so hooked on it that it just feels weird to not even have it anymore.
Like you have to ask yourself like what am I actually getting out of this?
Yeah.
Just scrolling.
At a certain point, it's not even like using YouTube to learn. At a certain point, it's just using YouTube just to like
As a resistance.
just to be on YouTube, just because YouTube
Everyone
is
should
just
do
like
a
a good.
detox or like a cleanse, like not. use
Yeah,
it.
it's not even like people should stop using it. It's like you should just be.
Yeah, because it's a tool. It's like,
Yeah, it should be like controlled how you're using it. You shouldn't just be on it without even noticing that you're on it. And like people get on it not even with a goal, not even to like I don't know. Let's see, like
message or like look for creativity or inspiration. It's just to go on it.
yeah, like yesterday, I watched the Kevin Hart podcast,
watched that, finished that.
the Kevin Hart episode. It was fucking
Yeah, it's
fire.
good.
It was better than I expected it was gonna be. Cause Kevin Hart, like you always think of him as like this. All I know
Family
Kevin Hart.
channel, freaking-
Yeah, all I know like about Kevin Hart is like, like his movies, which is just clown, like he's just being a clown, and his stand-ups, which are pretty good. So it's like you don't really think that he thinks the way he does, But then like in the episode, he talks about like how he comes up with his like specials, the process behind it, why it takes 2 years, and it's just so like it was so interesting. But the thing is like yesterday, it's like the point was like I was supposed to just get in bed because I was already home late, so I was supposed to just get in bed and go to sleep. But then what happened was like when I tried to turn off my thing, it's like I can't even go to sleep because my brain is like, nah, you're
You
supposed
need
to
to
be
watch
like
something to fall
like
asleep.
you're supposed like I'm supposed to be watching something right now. Like I need something to put me to sleep. I can't just be sitting on my back
Do
waiting
you
for
think
it to
that's
happen.
because you've habitually done it for days in the past?
I think so.
Or
I think so.
because like you might not actually be like falling asleep.
I think so. Cause what did the people used to do when they couldn't fall asleep? You just sit
You know
there.
what I learned about recently? My friend Killis, she was saying that some people just have horrible sleep hygiene, which is because she has like horrible time falling asleep.
Yeah.
So her doctor was like, you gotta, if you really want to fall asleep by like 9 o'clock, turn everything off by 6. Like, or like make sure that your room is like, you know, in a good environment for you to fall asleep.
I heard it's
no
at least in
lights.
like an hour that you're supposed to just
Yeah,
turn
but
off.
like if yours is like chronic, like you really can't fall asleep,
Yeah.
like you have to like take more extreme
Set the
measures.
mood.
But it's like make sure you have no lights in your room whatsoever, that your room is at a certain temperature, like things like that to help you.
Yeah.
Like I've never really had trouble falling asleep, and I could fall like
Lucky
put my
you, man.
yeah I put my head down on the pillow. 10 minutes later I'm out.
Yo, one of my friends, like, it's actually crazy how easy it is for some people to fall asleep.
I fall asleep
One
on
of-
the bus.
One of my friends, I was over for his birthday, like way back, like Montreal shit. We went paintballing that day, and then we just all like kind of went to his house after just to chill. So basically, like late night, they're playing hockey, and then I'm just chilling like on my side, and then they're playing hockey. We're on Facebook because that's like 2012, so like Facebook is like the shit, you know. They're playing like NHL. And then basically they get to this point where it's like they're just shooting overtime. And then literally as he's waiting for his turn for my other friend to go, by the time my friend finishes shooting, he's gone.
Fall asleep.
Like, and that's like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Just sitting on a couch. He was laughing like 2 seconds ago. And then like we're like because it's his turn to go. And then we're like what is he waiting for? Like, is he like doing some kind of trick? And we look at him, we see like he's just gone. He's just asleep. So it's like some people it's so easy, but some people like my dad is just a very light sleeper.
Oh
Like,
no, like
it's either he doesn't sleep at all or he just like the smallest thing wakes him up.
Like I sleep on planes. I remember when I flew to Italy last summer. Like there was one day where I ended up taking like 4 planes. Like one plane from like
In one day.
yeah, it was Ottawa to Montreal, Montreal to
How long was that?
Germany to Venice, Venice to Milan or something. How long was it?
Like how long
like
did the
about a day, like a day, 24 hours worth of like almost flying and stopping in places.
Jesus
Every
Christ.
single flight I was asleep on.
That's fucking tired.
for the whole time. Like
Jesus.
I just fall asleep all the time. But then I don't like if I sleep too much, like it really bothers me. But I usually sleep like 6-7 hours and I'm good.
It's the worst thing when you can't fall asleep on the plane. Like on my way to LA, it was like a 4 or 5 hour flight, I think. And like there was one moment where I couldn't fall asleep, and like I'm 6'3". So it's like it's just like
The
shit
legs
is,
are cramping.
shit is tight. My ass hurts. I'm in the middle of 2 people, so getting out is not that easy. And it's kind of a drag, so you're always like, oh man, I just really
pee my pants.
yeah, I'll just sit here. So I'm like here, like my ass is literally, you know when you're like, I don't know, driving somewhere and you've been sitting all day.
Yeah, like the bones hurt.
Yeah, and it's like fuck, like I just need to
There's no
stretch.
Yeah.
Like I just need to stretch, and it's like I can't fall asleep, so it passes by fast because that's the only time like a coach flight actually goes well, especially
Yeah.
if they don't have entertainment like the movies that you can watch. So I was just sitting there like, holy shit, like what the fuck? What do I do? And it gets so crazy. I guess that's what like claustrophobia feels like when you're just stuck and you feel like there's no way out, and you like I want to move but I feel like I can't, and it's just like it just bothers you so much. So like at a certain point I was like no. Like the person next to me went to the bathroom, so when they went I just stood up, I waited for them to come back, and I went in the toilet, and I was like, holy shit, like, and I could finally like be good.
You
It's
should just
just
spend like your entire flight.
That's why being
in the
short's the
washroom.
best.
oof. Huh?
That's why being short's good. Like I never feel I fit in everything. My legs never hurt. Driving people's cars. Yeah.
You don't have to be silent, by the way. Like Tim was.
I think I was thinking, I'm like, damn, I wish I was fucking short.
Being short's the best.
I'm
The only thing,
5'8".
the
I
only
don't know
problem
what that
is
feels like.
you're a giant.
Actually,
She is not a
you
giant.
were an
She's like.
infant once.
No,
Well-
but for a girl, you're very tall though. The average
Yeah.
is like 5'3", 5'4".
Yeah, I don't know. I like being tall. It's fun.
I'm
What do
just
you
not
think?
tall enough to
I'd
do
like to
it.
be
You can,
tall for
like,
one day.
do more sports.
Well,
It's easier to.
yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah,
easier to be
physically.
good at sports, I think, if you're tall.
Not
Like
necessarily.
basketball.
Good,
you know,
good in terms
Have
of
you
like
s-
physicality, not necessarily.
yeah,
technical
not necessarily like
ability.
talent and
Okay, have you
technique.
seen that kid Taco Fall? He's I don't know what he's playing for, like college basketball. He's like 7 feet tall or 7'6".
Oh, the white
like,
dude?
No, he's a white guy from I don't want to say, I think he's from
I've seen some
Senegal.
7 feet niggas come to H&M, and I'm like,
Yeah.
No, like he's
I heard
massive.
it's also hard to find clothing if you're.
oh,
Yeah,
dude,
you have to
like,
custom clothing.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah, you
about.
know what I'm
He
talking
looks
about.
so scary.
No,
Like,
that guy's
he actually
massive.
Insanely like terrifying to look at.
it's just so like alien to have to go like this
No,
to
but if
kind
you
of
see
like.
the court, like the court is already like filled with big ass dudes.
Are they buff
and then
too?
he's just
Yeah, no, like he's hefty. Like you have to see a picture of
So he's
him.
a built
Yeah,
tall
I
nigga,
guess
Yeah.
like if you're small, it's more sustainable.
like a Shaq.
Oh, you live longer if you're short
Kind
though.
of.
Really?
Because your organs don't have to like work as
Yeah.
hard.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't know that?
Unless you just do like breath work,
Cocaine? Oh, okay.
yoga every day.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
No, like you do drugs all the time, like
Oh,
it could
yeah,
like
yeah.
alter your lifespan. But I just feel like
all these niggas know is drugs, bro. But yeah, what do you think of the school year this year?
like second year.
Yeah, like the second
Has
year
it
been-
in general.
Different from other years. Good.
Like I only have 2 years of university to judge from, but I hated this year. Like
Why?
straight up hated it.
Was it like stressful? Was it because of the stress, or is it just like other factors that went
More
into
work.
it? Like more work.
I feel like I've been telling everyone how much I hated second year, but I can't pinpoint what about it like made me hate it so
The
much.
TAs.
For you as a TAs?
No, for you. It's the TAs.
No, I had good TAs all
I mean,
year.
I've seen some shit on your spam story about like what did you do? You contacted your prof, something about your TA, fucking some shit up.
Yo, there's my TAs. That's not the biggest thing though. Like yes, I've had like bad experiences with the profs this year, but mainly it's just I don't know. I think I like to put a lot on my plate because I feel like when I do more things, I'm more productive and I'm more like I'm
Mhm.
Just
happier.
like pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I have this weird relationship with school. Like I feel like you. I don't want to assume for you, but like, how do you feel about school in general? Like, do you think it's tied to like your emotional
I'm
worth
so
or anything?
shit. I'm so shit at school. It's still like 2 years, and I'm still like I really want to get my shit together for the last two, because like it's I don't know. It's the freedom. I think the freedom is really the issue in it, because it's so easy to lose track. So like you're just chilling. You think you're chilling in the beginning because you see everything is in like 2 months, and next thing you know it's due tomorrow.
Yeah, everything's
Like-
in 1 week.
And if you don't have like if you don't keep track of like your syllabus, they don't tell you these things. And especially if you don't go to class, which ends up happening, like whether you want it or not, there's days where you just dead ass not gonna want to go. So what happens is like all it takes is one class, is for you to skip one class, and then the next one will be way easier to skip.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fall in that rabbit hole. That's one thing that happened. And then two is like I didn't build a system to track my assignments too well.
Okay.
So like it would come up, I wouldn't check my syllabus, so assignments would come up and I'm like, oh shit, like this is due. Fuck, I'm supposed to do this. And then it's like this stress. But then what happened and it's always the end of the semester when you kind of realize how shit you've been.
Yeah.
Where it's like everything's due. And then if you have exams,
feel
you
like
have
you don't have
exams.
time to do it all?
Yeah, and it's like I have this essay due today. I have this other essay due the next day after.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 days from now. And that's 2 days from now. So it's like I have to gather material, do research, write, which is just something I had plenty of time to do, but I didn't. So it's always this cycle of like,
Procrastination.
you like at the end, in the beginning you're excited, middle you're like, oh shit, like okay, fuck. After the first midterm you're like, fuck, I need to get my shit together. And then at the end you're like, fuck, I'm such a piece of shit, I need to get my shit together for next year, blah blah. That's literally like my
That's
second
like-
year is the same as the first year. That's what's been going on.
Oh no.
And that's mainly because I just have so many other things that I'm doing that it's just so easy for me to lose track.
No, for me it's like it's not like I'll be honest, I'm pretty organized when it comes to school. Like I get things
I
done
know.
like early and I
You're pretty
like I'm
what's the fucking word? Organized person.
like I'm pretty organized. Like I've always done really well at school. So it's like
Yeah.
been one of those things like I've always been good at. So it's never been a source of stress like as in like performing. For me it's more like making myself happy with what I'm doing in school. That's like been the
It's
hardest
like questioning, like
thing. Not even that. It's like
what's the point to all of this?
No. Like I was actually on FaceTime with Esther yesterday. I was just telling her like I could get an A in a class and be really like unhappy about it
Why?
because I feel like I need to get an A plus.
The
And, like,
light
that-
died.
Fire.
It just died. So just make sure it's still recording and then we're good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, like it's like a what is like I had a little breakdown in my teacher's office literally yesterday.
At the office?
Yeah, like while I was telling her, like that class, I hated that class like all semester. It's a year-long class, and she breaks it down like everything's worth 10%, and then at the end something's worth 40%, and we have this test worth 20. So you could be doing like amazing in the class, and then you like fuck up one thing, and it just breaks down your whole entire average.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to go see her, and like with full year classes, what do you do first semester counts for half, second semester counts for the other half.
Yeah.
So I went in with the idea just like I'm gonna talk about the midterm with her, just be like kind of reason like the marking was so shit. It was arbitrary. Like it was not like some things were 10 points, but you don't really know where the points are coming from. They just kind of decide like, oh, this like looks like a 8 out of 10 for me. Like that's how it was marked.
Yeah, marking is weird.
It's like super subjective, especially if you're writing, and if it's not science, like it's
for essays.
Oh
too.
yeah. So then I went to go see. I was like, listen, like I reviewed it. Here's what I found, and like I just don't think this makes sense. And she's being so like hard about it. She's like, well, like I really wanted to use this specific word and you didn't use it, so like I don't think I can give you the point. And like when you're arguing with someone but you're like talking to a wall, like she really like doesn't take in anything
so
you're
just
saying.
The frustration.
And the thing is, I started bawling, but I was like, not because of her. Like I didn't care about the class. It's just like in general, like I've been so stressed out this semester about like everything.
It was a tipping point.
Yeah, it was a tipping point, and I don't cry often. Like I don't really like I complain a lot, but I don't like get upset about it. But like school makes me so like it frustrates me a lot sometimes, but not because of the prof or like how hard the stuff is, just because like I feel like sometimes you plateau a little bit and you can't like do better, and that's like a big frustration for me. So that's why this year like sucked so much, because like I did really really well last year. I did well this year. It just
stacked up a lot.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm trying to get a 12, but like you can't get a 12. So it's hard.
Like I just want to be, and I'm good.
I think it's just the lack of control that you felt you had.
Oh, in that
like,
situation for sure.
Just caring so much, and then it's still not like really up to you at a certain point once you release the work. That like once you're done the test, or once you're done the essay, especially essays, like especially if you care a lot about like essay writing and you've actually like written something and spent the time on it. Like if the person grading it doesn't agree with your style of doing things, they can fail you or make you lose marks.
Yeah.
And it's that lack of control. Like, fuck, I worked on this, but I can still get a mark that I think I deserve.
Yeah, I just feel like what's frustrating with school too is like sometimes I'm like, what the fuck are you testing? Like you can know so much about a class, and then like they're still asking specific questions, or like they want to know specific things, but it doesn't show you anything about like how much you know about the class, or like how much you've put how much effort you put into it. So I'm like, this is pointless. And like I feel like I come from a place of privilege talking about school, because like I really shouldn't be complaining. Like I'm doing fine. Like I'm not scared about losing my scholarship or anything like that. And like some people like are like in different positions, but at the same time, like I think it screws people on both ends. Like it doesn't matter how like shit you're doing in class or how well you're doing. Like sometimes the way that they're testing stuff, it's just not right. So that's like been my biggest like problem this year.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of flaws. Like it's not perfect, but it kind of works if you keep track. Like if you keep track of everything, because like if you're just like what I've been saying, if you last minute you're studying and you just want to make sure you know it enough for the exam, when you're done you don't remember anything. So like this whole studying was literally pointless. It was literally just for the mark, not even for the knowledge itself. So you're kind of just keeping yourself in this cycle of just like short-term memory learning. So you just remember it enough for the test, not even enough to understand it or you fully grasp the concept, and then after that, like you don't ever touch it ever again. You're done. You're washing your hands. Like you go end of semester, end of midterm, whatever. I'm chilling. Like I'm chilling now. I don't need to remember anything. And then you forget it. So what's the point?
Yeah.
What was the point of all that learning and all of that stress? Like, if you're just gonna forget it right after.
That's exactly what I told her, because it's like a public policy class, and she goes, well, sometimes there's certain things you need to memorize. It doesn't matter if you remember it for later, you just need to know it at that point.
It doesn't matter if you remember it.
Yeah, and I was like, I was like, no one cares. Like, no one's gonna know. Like, if I asked you today, what are the 5 steps of gender-based analysis? Who needs
Google
to know?
it.
She's like, well, you're gonna need to know that for your job later.
Google it, that ass.
No.
What about
design
you?
professor?
Like
what?
this year for you.
Oh, this year?
Because you were in design.
Yeah,
so
I finally
I'm
taking a minor in design, so it's like way better. I enjoy the classes way better. Like I'm actually learning things that interest me instead of like just stupid freaking like Excel stuff. Like, I don't care about that. I want to learn
What's your
about.
major again?
I'm studying commerce with the concentration in information systems. But like I don't like it. Like it feels like it's sucking my soul dry. Like,
Are you switching your majors? Are you
no,
gonna?
No, I'm just gonna take the minor and then get out.
Get out.
Yeah, like basically like just the classes are way more interesting. Professors are I feel it's way better because like they're talking about something I'm actually have interest in.
Mm.
And just because of that, like I enjoy the classes way more, and I'm actually more appreciative. Like I actually go to class, look forward to it.
Yeah.
Like I'll wake up for an 8 a.m. just because like professors interesting.
Yeah.
That was me with my film class.
Yeah, me with my history. Like I'm doing a minor in history, and I haven't missed a single class.
History is super interesting, but it depends a lot on who's teaching it,
Yeah.
on how you're learning it. Because it's history, like there's dates and all these names that you're supposed to remember, but it's story, so it's like it's the best story. Like history is just like history of humans is just like the best story. It's like you're literally finding out how you got to the point that you got today. And history repeats itself, so if you actually remember it, like the lessons from all of those like historical things you learn, it'll be very much easier for you to learn like see patterns that are going to happen in the future, because everything just repeats itself, just in a different version every time.
Yeah.
My design professor was saying, he's basically saying like grades actually do not matter at the end of the day. Like if you have your degree, like you're set, because your job's not going to ask you what grade did you get in course.
You're going to see the degree.
44, you know, like it doesn't matter. What matters is, did you learn something from it?
Yeah.
Or did you like? He was saying like you could either do one way that you're not familiar with, but you learn on the way from doing it. And if you get a C, who cares? You know, you learn something new. Or you could do something you are familiar with, and get an A+. But what are you really learning from?
Yeah, you're
doing
just
that?
you're just in your comfort zone,
Yeah.
just not really learning anything new.
C's get degrees.
What would you guys say like is gonna be like your approach for like the next year, from like just the L's you've taken, quote unquote?
I always try to do this. I mean, it's always just try to like schedule ahead of time, break up, like look at the syllabus, look what's due which week, blah blah blah, and then just plan accordingly. But that never happens. It usually ends up going like last
First
week,
2 weeks.
like you do everything on the week it's due, which I don't have a problem with because I feel like I work better under pressure, and that's with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a stressor, it's like
In first year, I used to finish like essays like weeks before they were due. Like, and I was chilling the whole time. This year, I've been doing almost everything like 3-4 days before.
Would you forget though once you have let's say like you have a draft, and then you just forget it? Because I mean, if you keep like going back to the essay afterwards, like you could probably like see shit and then structure it even better.
just
rewrite it, re-edit.
Wait, you're asking me if I did it earlier, I would forget to go back?
Yeah, you said like you would have it done early, right?
Yeah, way early.
So like, would you
forget
just
to submit it
leave
sometime?
it? Would you just leave it and then come back later?
What I'd do is that like, let's say it was due like on a Monday, and like maybe the Monday before I'd be already done writing everything, and then like throughout the week, like the 7 days
You
before it was
just
due, I just kind of edit like every day, go for half an hour.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best way.
Yeah, I know, but like this year, it was not it. Like I was writing everything like 3 days before, but I did just as well as last year. So I feel like for me, it's not so much like that I need time. I just need to like know what I'm writing. And
What do you think you'd do different for
Next year?
Next year.
Next time I'm taking all econ classes, so I'm not even gonna be writing anything.
What's that? Economy?
Economics.
Oh.
So it's like, but like,
Just
I don't
fucking.
know. I don't do readings though. That's one thing that I don't.
Is it just money stuff?
No, like I'm
Theory,
taking
like
a lot of
equations.
theory.
Aren't you going overseas?
Yeah, I'm going to Scotland for
Oh,
in
that's so
January.
Is it gonna be your first time there?
In Scotland, yeah, but I've been to the UK before.
Man,
Yeah.
Scotland.
I'm excited.
For like, is it for the year, for a
for
semester?
5 months. So I'm leaving January and coming back in June.
For what? Just because?
Just school.
For school.
I'm exchanging.
What, like, are you going to a Scottish school?
Yeah, I'm going to university there.
Yo, that's so sick.
Yeah. The university there.
That's bro, we should do that with Japan.
Yeah, I wish.
They have schools in Japan.
Yeah, I saw. I think it was here actually. I was sitting here and I saw a fucking poster. It said like studying overseas. It showed like London, France, blah 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 blah. It was good. I don't know. I like if I'm. I don't know about traveling. I really want to travel.
Yeah.
Cause like, I feel like you learn. It's one of the best
Like
ways
travel
to
for
learn.
the sake of traveling, not
just
to,
travel.
like, go to school.
Travel to
yeah,
discover. Like travel like freely. Travel with.
Where would you go?
with no agenda.
If first place, I don't know.
Me, Japan, #1.
Really?
Yeah, Japan I feel like is my dream place to go. But like Germany, Australia,
Do you just want to see stuff that's there, like? Or,
dude,
like,
if I could go
experience
to
the
almost
culture?
like everywhere that I can go, I'd do it. Hopefully, like eventually I'll have enough money to just like go wherever I want to, like whenever I want to. Because the problem with traveling a lot is the lack of planning, and sometimes you have to like dumb down your experience so much because you're so limited by what you can do, like from a money standpoint, traveling with other people, language. Sometimes like it's good to have someone who either lives there or knows the language there and knows how to get around, so they can show you what you like, want to see. Yeah, so they could give you a tour, like give you shortcuts, like hook you up with people. So I feel like it's one of those things that you like. I really want to get it right, because I've traveled a lot and I haven't really had like awesome experiences from traveling. Even like the trips to California that I've had.
Like, 'cause if you go in with like super high expectations, then you like always end up being disappointed.
Yeah, it's not even expectations, because even my second time going to LA was like, it's just there's so much like, because it's like I was going for Camp Flog Gnaw. And it's not even like expectation, it's just like you just realize like your limits, you know? It's like I'm going to Camp Flog Gnaw, I already spent all this money towards just going there, ticket, plane, place to stay. And it's like there's really not much else you can do. But LA has a lot of like landmarks they can go to that are kind of just free, like this Venice and all of that. But it's like it's a lot of money just getting around. You have to get a car. So it's like you really have to make sure that everything is good, because it's like your experience will be so much like half-assed if you don't like if one, give yourself enough time. I feel there's so much that goes into it. Just you see that just planning trips with people. Yeah, it's the fucking
traveling
most annoying.
with people is a life like that's the biggest thing that I learned. I think if we're just doing a year in review, like spring of last year to spring of this year, traveling with people.
If you want to just learn about someone, about just people, just travel with them.
Travel with them. Yeah.
That's actually when you see
makes
what kind
and breaks
of people
friendships.
Because you need there's so many things you need to travel. You need to cooperate. You need like teamwork. You need like just to be able to
know
coexist.
Yourself also to travel.
To coexist with people. You need to be organized. Everyone needs to be organized, because one fuck up could fuck up the entire trip. Essentially.
Didn't hear about something? Last year when I went to Italy with my friend Nikki, so we're like different people to begin with, but like we get along. Like as I see her a couple times a week, like it's fine. But then seeing her 24/7, like just for a whole month, you realize you're like, maybe we were like really, really different people.
You're like, nah, fuck this bitch.
On the third day there, like I wake up in the morning. I wake up early and I'm like talkative in the morning. Like I love talking. Like, how'd you sleep? How's your day? Like. Yeah, you're not like that.
How's your sleep?
Yeah, no, like I'll ask people.
Nigga,
I'm still sleeping.
I'm trying to eat.
But like she's not, and I didn't understand. I was like, so she'd be grumpy in the morning. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck's wrong with this bitch? Like I'm just trying to talk like in the morning, and then she like would not be like doing it at all. So like one day we're supposed to take the train to go to like to a lake thing, but we didn't realize like the train system there, like just because it says it's ending up somewhere doesn't mean that's the only stop. Like it's obviously gonna go. So we're on the train going to a place called Garda, but the final destination is in Milan. So we didn't think of like the fact that we have to actually get off. Like it's not gonna tell you like, oh, by the way, you're here. You just have to look at the signs and like get off yourself. So we didn't. So we ended up in the middle of nowhere.
That's literally how it works here.
I didn't know. I didn't know that's how it worked. I thought because we bought the ticket and said like, oh yeah, your last stop is this place. So I just figured that'd be like the final destination.
That's your last stop.
That's my mistake. Yeah, but I didn't know that. Anyway, we realized after because like the.
So did you end up at that last?
No, listen. So the train's going by, and I look out the window and I see like a mass. It's some big lake. You can't miss it. I'm like, why is the lake there? But I'm still on the train. So like maybe it's gonna like it's gonna roll around. It didn't. So like we had to get off at this weird place called Brescia.
I mean, at least that's not like the complete opposite.
No. We were like kind of in the middle. Like we were way off, but we still got off. They don't speak any English there. It's a tiny place. We're stuck. Like I wish I could like. It's like picture like a movie, just like people stuck in the middle of nowhere. There's like one train track like going in each direction, and we're in the middle, just waiting there. And the next train comes in 3 hours. So we're stuck there, and we can't do anything.
For 3 hours?
For 3 hours, we're stuck in this little town.
Do? Fight?
No, actually, like we're walking around to a place. We finally found this little cafe, and like we walk in, and people don't speak English. I'm like, yo, if you want an iced coffee, just like say it in Italian. Like I can have Google Translate. Yeah, I have my phone. So I'm using my international data. My bill was ridiculous when I got back. I'm like, okay, here's what Google Translate says. Like, she's like, I'm not saying that, like, yelling at me, literally. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. And we didn't speak to her.
Yeah, it's right in the moment when you're like,
I was like, and it's day 3 of the trip, mind you, like, day 3.
It's like, I'm just dropping the towel. I'm just gonna, like, stay here banging out for these rest few days. Stay away from me. We're just gonna coordinate where we're gonna go.
We sat down on a bench for 3 hours and did not speak in the hot sun, like, just, like, with bags and everything. We're just,
you guys are in a foreign country.
Foreign foreign country, don't speak the language, we don't anything. It's like
man.
we're just starting. There's like 30 days
And the
ahead
rest of the
us.
trip is just done.
No, the rest of the trip is good. Like I feel like after a week we kind of figured out each other's dynamics and it was good after. But like that
Yeah,
first.
I mean, if it's 30 days and you're on day 3, you kind of just have to kind of suck it up.
Yeah. But like when we got back, it was kind of like weird. But then we talked about it, and now everything is like great because we know each other now. But I feel like if
you didn't know that before.
no, I didn't know that before. Like if I was doing my first trip with her like this year, like I don't. So I mean, like it would have been so different. But like going through that with someone, you learn a lot about them, about yourself, and then you're better.
What are you guys' plans for this summer?
Working.
You're just working?
I have to make money for Scotland, so yeah.
Damn. Oh, you have to. Oh, of course you have to pay for that. Of course.
It's just free, just me flying
Like,
there.
yeah, I thought like your grades
Yeah,
were.
at least
You were.
the school would cover some of it.
Yeah, I thought you were like a
Yeah,
good
I'm still
enough
waiting.
student.
Like you have to wait until like the end of April to like see if you got any scholarships.
Because that's
like,
so unreasonable. Like, yeah, you can go to Scotland and learn, but you're paying. Like,
Yeah.
don't look at us.
It's on you. We're offering it to you, but we're offering you to pay to go.
You pay like Carleton tuition, but you get to go somewhere
Oh.
else. So it's not like I'm not paying Scottish tuition. I could never afford that. My God, it's ridiculous.
No, but is it the tuition or is it
Like,
like
it's included in the tuition.
yeah?
Yeah, no. Like I'm paying as if I was coming to Carleton next year, but I'm going
And
somewhere
nothing
else.
extra.
Okay.
No,
No
nothing extra.
other-
No.
Okay, that's what
Wait,
we're.
you
Yeah,
have to
that's
pay
what
for
we're.
rent and stuff?
No, but that's the thing. I have to.
Oh, yeah,
I-
you have to- of
for-
course.
That's just
You have to
regular
live-
living expenses.
yeah, you
but
have to
I
live
don't
there.
have to pay anything to the school or any of that. Like
Oh, for the education part.
no,
Okay.
no. Because theirs is like too expensive. It's like $30,000 Canadian. Like just
Jeez.
so I couldn't pay that. No.
30,000.
Jesus Christ. What about you?
Probably I'm gonna try
Cloth.
to find a job. If I don't find a job, I'll probably take summer school. Yeah,
Is it?
that's it.
Like
And
you
then-
don't have cloths to do?
Oh yeah, and then work on some clothing. We're planning to release. So I'm planning to release one lookbook, probably around June, and then another one in between summer, probably August-ish.
Yeah. I don't know. Clothing it's at a weird spot, bro. Cause I'm like, once I realize how actually bad it is for the environment, I think it's like top out of the
It's like-
list. It's the second one, the
it's actually
second
the
most
worst.
harmful one.
Yeah.
Other than oil.
Yeah, I
Oil
think
is
it's the
the
second
top.
most harmful one. Cause it takes a lot of. Is it water?
It's water. There's
Water,
chemical
energy.
process. It's like just the
There's all
like the
waste
greenhouse
too.
gases.
Yeah.
Like the in between steps and textile. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of shit. I didn't even know that. So once I knew that, I'm like, shit, like. I don't want to contribute to that.
It's funny because like you want to be sustainable, but you even trying to be sustainable just adds more to the waste.
Yeah, and it's also like the system's been built, like it's been a long like history that has brought to the way it works now. So to just like kind
To
of just
flip it.
stop doing it that way when it's been this way forever, it's like I feel like it's a long process. So it's like just I don't know, just being aware of like that is just it just feels like I should approach it differently. So I'm just at a weird place with it right now. But I have this pop-up shop next week. It was supposed to be Sunday, and it's just like thank God that it's not, because basically it was supposed to be it's with the FMG guys. I don't know if you are who know it doesn't matter. It's with the FMG guys.
Matters
Just
to
quick
them.
shout out. They hit me up and then they were like, we're just doing this pop-up shop thing because they were doing merch. Because they were doing merch, and then they finally figured it out, and they wanted to like launch the merch through just a pop-up shop. So they wanted to collaborate with me and Acid Drop. Shout out Marcus also for Acid Drop. And then basically I was down, and then I had, but it was like end of school, so it's like I'm fucking like at this point my mind's just cluttered. Like I have to finish essays, I have to study for exams. I don't know anything about the class because I skipped the entire class. So like I don't know what's going on. I have to finish shit that like if I don't finish it, like it's guaranteed like fail. So it's like I got lost in that, and then afterwards when I finished everything and I got my shit together, it was like a week, maybe I'd say 5-7 days before the show, which was supposed to be Sunday, and then one night I couldn't fall asleep, and then I was just trying to figure out how to fall asleep, and then just trying, like it clicked in my head. I was like, oh shit, that thing is like very soon, like the pop-up shop is very soon, so I should probably just like
Work on that.
like while I'm just wasting time trying to fall asleep, why not just work on it? So I finished it, and then I got it shipped to me. But what happened is, this entire weekend is just a holiday basically. So today they're not working.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have had it come in time.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't have just participated in the pop-up shop. So I was like completely, I was sad about it. Like I was bummed out. But then the guy hit me up and he was like, I think we're thinking of pushing it back because they are not getting their shit in time also.
So it's just convenient for the two.
So it's just convenient. So I have time to like actually like plan it out, do a lookbook for it. By the time this is out, it'll probably be done because it would be next week. So I can actually like fully focus on like the creative side of it. I don't know why I said that. This story,
It's cool though. It's what you're doing for the
just
summer.
very
Like the summer
yeah,
plans.
I don't know. It was just very like such a relieving moment. I was so bummed out about it because it was like it's not. Oh, dude, summer is like every time I just think about it, it just makes me happy.
I just feel like I have so much more time to do things that I actually want to do in summer.
Yeah, and we have such like long breaks too.
Yeah, 4 months.
in uni.
4 months. Fuck.
Yeah, like last year, like we would like complain to each other. It was like, fuck, like, dude, there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, like
I've
you'd
done
actually be
everything.
excited to go back to school.
Yeah, it's like,
I get like
it's
that
Jesus
regardless
Christ.
though. Like every July, August, I'm like, oh, I just want to go back to school. The thing is for me is I love going back to school. Like that transition from August to September is my favorite.
Yeah.
So just like buying stuff like my school. I don't even buy like supplies anymore because I just have my laptop. But I just feel like
Yeah,
when
who
I was
buys
younger,
supplies anymore?
yeah, I don't know anyone who buys supplies.
I like to write things down.
That was the
I'm
highlight. I think
thorough.
that was the highlight of school for me in the high school. Was like
Yeah.
just the getting ready for school.
Yeah.
And like, man, I got like
Getting you clothes.
I got like
getting you-
5 pens, bro. Like I got all the new
You
markers.
guys done that thing where like you would buy
Lay
a
it
bunch
out.
of shit and then you would start writing your initial and it literally
Oh,
everything. I
my
would
dad
do that
did it for me like
for
every
hours.
single
I would
year.
sit there and I would like A.S.
No.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I have this is for this subject, this is for that
I
subject.
would color
this is for
coordinate.
this.
Like I had a theme for every single year.
and in
like,
midway, you're like,
No, like I would stick to it
nah,
all year.
I
Like
just lose it.
some year was like blue, so everything was like colored
Oh.
blue. Some years were purple, everything was purple.
That was genius.
Oh, I did that like
Wouldn't it
every
make more
single
sense
year.
to have different colors for different subjects?
No,
No,
you don't
you have to
understand. It was
combination.
different shades of purple. Like I'd have like
Oh, wow.
dark purple, light purple. Like everything was like some like around the
That's
theme
so
of purple.
extra.
This year, what I do, because now I don't use any like notebooks or any of that. So I just my Google Calendar. I have a theme for every semester. So like I'll do different colors for like so it matches. You want to see it? Oh my god! You want to show
So
it?
excited.
Niggas just get so like excited over just their
Or-
organized shit.
One more thing I'm doing in the summer. Well, it's like in a month, 2 weeks from now.
What are you
I'm
doing?
doing the meditation retreat, 10-day thing. So that's gonna be pretty intense. It's basically just 10 whole days of meditating. You meditate I keep forgetting. You meditate for an hour, 3 times a day for an hour each
Oh my god!
for 10 days.
Do you do it in the morning or like?
It's one in the morning, second like 12, third at like 8. and
How do you
then
meditate for an hour a day?
They force you to. Like they teach you the technique.
You-
and everything.
I think by like halfway through, you're probably more used to it.
Yeah.
It's like
Like
how
second
do
day,
you,
like you get acclimated.
How do you I don't know, how do you bike for an hour? It's like, I don't know, you just keep biking until you can bike for an hour.
Because like you're forced to do it, and they don't let you talk to anybody. Like the whole point of it is to be in your own head. Like,
If you have to,
in
you'll figure it
silence.
out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've been swimming recently. I've gone back to that, like swimming laps.
Like, I ain't swim in a minute.
Can you swim?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I took swimming lessons as a kid.
Yeah.
I think it was either dance. The way that my parents did it was either dance or swimming. And they put my sister in dance and me in swimming.
Swimming.
My sister can't swim for shit. All she does is just go in the water, take some photos, and dip.
She takes good pictures though.
Huh?
She takes good pictures. Though.
She's alright.
She takes good pictures.
Shout out Abby.
She's
Yeah,
not
shout out Abby.
innovating or anything. She got a tripod for a fucking iPhone. So she could
Take better pictures.
She take photos of herself. I was cheesed because I saw her do
Invest
it.
in yourself.
I literally saw her do her complete makeup and then like just to go in the fucking bathroom
Take
and like she had
pictures?
this big ass mirror and like the fucking bathroom and literally just set up the camera. It's like what's funny is like seeing those things happen and then like actually going on Instagram afterwards and seeing the photo, you're like, you fucking you fucking goober. I saw you
That's so
fucking doing
weird
that
to me.
shit.
Like, you're spending so much time just for pixels on the screen.
You know what though?
If
I
it makes
used
you
to
happy.
think that, but I love my Instagram feed. I just think it looks really good.
Who doesn't love their own Instagram?
Well, no, but I just think sometimes I'll just like when I'm bored I'll
No,
look
mine
at
is
it.
special.
I like mine a lot. I just feel like the pictures are all like, they're good. So I feel like if we want to dedicate time to their Instagram or taking nice pictures, I'm like, go for it, because whatever, it looks good.
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, some people would see it as like a.
I mean, there's just different
Vanity
degrees, I guess. Like, there's different degrees to which people take it.
Oh,
some
for
people
sure,
see it
for
as an
sure.
art form in itself. Like some people see it as a way to, because like Tierra Whack released an album through Instagram where it was like just
did you?
9 1-second songs. I mean 1 minute songs.
Yeah, 1 second.
It was a 15-minute album, so it was like 15
15
songs.
divided by 9.
15 1-minute songs.
Songs, okay.
So, and it was all like videos
Math.
made for each one, and she could put it on her Instagram. So
Okay.
she kind of played with that. So it's cool. Like you see that pop up on Instagram, and you go on her feed, and that like is an album on her feed
Yeah.
in video form. So that's like a cool thing. Rocky in 2014 did this cool thing with his feed that changed the entire like Instagram game, because now you see people doing it where they like put zoomed in photos, but in pieces on their feeds. You
So
see
then
that a lot.
like, yeah.
So
that
when you go on
looks
the feed,
good.
you see the entire thing. But
Yeah, that's
Rocky had
nice.
like a whole like setup behind it, and it's like, yeah, some people see it as like a cool thing where they're trying to do something special with it. But
Different mediums.
yeah, it's really just different. I don't like when people start stressing over it though. Like,
No. I don't like people stressing over like their follower counts or like someone unfollowed me, I don't follow them back. Like that's fucking stupid. Like I don't.
you know
like
what the dumbest thing is?
What?
Deleting a photo because it's not getting the likes you expect.
Oh no, that's stupid. Delete it if it doesn't fit the theme. you're
Yeah,
going
if you
for.
like change
That's
your
fine.
mind, like
That's
you're like,
fine.
okay, no, this is actually an ugly photo, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But if it's like, it's been like 2 hours and I have
No
like,
one's like that.
70 likes. This is not doing as good as
So
the
funny
other
'cause,
ones.
like, no one else
It's
is
like-
watching that except you.
Yeah, I don't
no
think no
one
one
gives a
cares.
shit. So it's,
But like you do notice, like I do notice, for example, if I go on someone's profile and they have like 1,500 followers, but they only get like 200 likes a picture, I'm like, something's not adding
Yeah,
up here.
something-
That's like weird.
oh, of course, like
Of course.
there's like, yeah, like you go, it's like I don't know, 15K, and it's like 200. You're getting more likes than them, and you have
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
don't know, like 1K or something. It's like,
Yeah.
Something's not right
it's
there.
like, what's your audience saying? What's your engagement rate saying?
How many people are robots?
What are your bots saying? Yo.
But like I know people who like they lose one follower and they go back and check who unfollowed them and then will unfollow them back.
Yeah, that's
That's a whole other. I don't.
it's just I don't know.
There's apps for that too.
Yeah, there's apps that
that'll
let
track
you know
it.
who's not following you
Yeah,
back.
they'll
blah,
send you
blah,
like
blah.
messages being like, this person unfollowed you. Like,
Hey man, if you have time and energy to fucking invest into that, bro, that's crazy to me. But hey man, if you have the time, do it. You're not gonna get that time back. I just hope you know that as you're spending all this time on it. And once Instagram is no longer relevant, then all of this effort that you spent is really for nothing. Because Instagram is gonna die
Can we
out.
talk about that? Like, what do you think the next big app's gonna be?
VR. What the next big thing I think is VR, not social media. Social media is like it's not Instagram. It's not like Twitter.
No, but,
it's like
in
social
terms
media.
in terms of like platform with the most like hegemony, like I think for a while
I think
it was like.
Instagram's
Do
the
you
last
remember
one.
High Five? Oh, okay, that was never on it. My
I
parents
remember
were on
Ask.
it.
Ask was like the highlight
FM?
of my
Fuck Ask.
high school.
I never used
That's
it.
how that's literally how I spoke to like how I hit shorties up. That was my way.
What was your what would you say?
Because we would have conversations in class or something, and then I could just go on to Ask and just like flirt without putting my name out,
I know,
and it would just go back and forth.
I feel like in high school Twitter was the one. Like people
Oh, yeah,
were on Twitter all the time.
Oh, Twitter, yeah, Twitter had an explosion, man. Instagram
Yeah.
took just.
Facebook was
over.
it like when I was in grade 7, 8.
Yeah.
It was like prime time for Facebook.
Yeah.
Then it was Twitter, and now it's I think Instagram.
Nigga, have y'all ever just went back and looked at
And
like
my tweets.
what cool photos looked back on Facebook back then?
I don't even want to talk
I
about
have.
this.
The fucking filters that niggas used to put over their
The
shit.
Obama
Do you
shit.
remember Pick
like-
Monkey?
Oh my god. Oh my god, don't even get me started. I still have some photos. It's like it's the 4 one where it's like it counts down 4 times and you can just like or it's like hey, did you know
Oh
you're
my
beautiful?
God.
Oh my goodness. Like that was an unironic thing. Like people did that unironically and
For a
got clout
while-
off it.
For a while, it was like those like hyper exposed pictures. Like you couldn't even see like like your features.
Oh,
it was just
super
like
contrast.
yeah, those
Some
ones.
people still post that thinking it's like,
It's
wow,
it. Yeah,
with
yeah.
like 100 emojis.
Or like on
Three emojis, 100
white
emojis.
borders on Instagram was a big thing too. Like no one would have like the full pictures. It was like everything had to be cropped. You, I feel like you know
I
this.
literally did it. I think
Oh,
I
I
My
did
that
all of
actually
that.
has a
I
function.
did all of that shit. I
No,
know
everyone
this
would have,
because
like,
I
wide
would go.
borders.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
your
they
picture
would
might
put-
be
I'm the type of person
tiny.
that did the white at 2 sides or all 4.
Two sides.
Oh, me too. Good.
Yeah.
Bad bitch.
That actually had a
Me too,
function
you were
because-
bad bitches like me.
That actually had a function because back then you could only post square pictures on Instagram. So if you had like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. I was
No, it's
thinking
really
about, oh, it looked
aesthetic.
pretty.
No, it was
'cause
like
when you
it was
see a
like
whole thing,
yeah.
it's
If the
a
whole
white
feed is like
border.
if it's a white border, it looks like a collage, a little
Yeah.
museum, a laid back. It's like a wall.
Not
and all
just
the
the regular,
photos.
you know, basic shit. It was
I'm not
like
regular,
something
but then
else.
everyone did it, you know. So it's like, bro, no, I
Instagram
bring that up
bios.
because like recently I would just go on my Facebook and like see the photos. Like I would put like swag, I would put like the text swag like over it,
Find
like,
Coney?
and it's like weird like.
Yeah, that's actually the craziest thing because we had an assembly.
Thinking that was
at
a
school.
scam,
That was a
bro.
scam. We had assembly at school. Like the whole school
That was
was
a
gathered in
fucking
one place to
scam.
watch that video. Like that scam traveled
Wait,
all the way to North America.
Wait, what's a scam?
Like Coney.
Coney 2012 was a scam. It was like a scam for niggas just to make money at because I think there was a donation based thing.
I didn't. Can someone actually explain to me what that
I was about to
I think it was like
No,
child abduction or some shit.
Coney was because he was just this
Joseph
I think it was like
Kony,
this
man.
Africa thing.
I
I
thought
don't
it
know
was
where
like
in
an African
Africa.
dictator or something.
That's what I
like that.
I don't know where
I think
in
it was, like,
Africa, but it was
recruiting for-
but he was just recruiting kids and then sending them to just go like kill people or just like in
Like
in
child-
wars.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
soldiers?
But I remember watching that and it like I thought it looked legit.
Production
Yeah.
was crazy.
I
Production
still
was
remember
great.
like the red poster with like we're gonna find
Yeah.
Coney.
Fine Coney with like a shitty crop of his head. It was like
That's
red
actually so
to white gradient. Coney Bar
What is Coney now?
2012.
What's he
That was
doing?
actually a scam.
It was a
Yeah.
scam, yeah.
I was today years old.
You know what? You know what's funny to think about? The history of memes, like where memes have come from. Cause I watched this video of it just showed like a graph or like through a timeline of like the memes that were popular through like use, and it's just weird.
What was the first popular meme? The one the first one that you remember at least.
Fuck. Peanut butter jelly time.
That wasn't a meme though, was
That's
it?
a meme.
Not a
Yeah,
That's a
it was.
meme?
That's a meme.
The dancing banana thing.
I'm telling you, it evolved. Like memes now is just like Twitter gifs and
Yeah.
and like stills and captions, but like peanut butter jelly time was a meme. It's like a meme is just
Okay, I
something
see, I
that's
see.
popular on the internet that's being shared around a lot.
Okay.
Peanut butter jelly time. There was
Chocolate rain.
chocolate rain.
I remember that.
Those were viral videos that would kind of just turn into memes.
Do you ever watch Ray William Johnson on YouTube?
Oh, dude, I used to watch them all the time.
Yeah, like he was the shit.
Equals
Like
three.
yeah.
Nigga fell off hard.
No. What
was he
that's the
even
thing.
about?
So many
He's still
YouTubers
doing
are falling.
skits.
No, but he's getting no views. Like so many
Doing
YouTubers are
skits.
falling off. Like they're not getting anything now.
Because
And-
nothing lasts forever. We
Yeah, but I
just
feel like-
hope they last forever when we're so upset. Like I didn't know fucking I was gonna get off for William Johnson. I didn't know I was actually gonna have a day where he either was gonna quit or that I was just not gonna be interested anymore, and that happened.
But I don't think YouTube's like a sustainable career. Like some people have it, and like some things like you mentioned, every app has like a dying. I think every app has an expiry date. Like it's not
YouTube
gonna.
becomes a very weird thing now, though.
Now it's like everything's monetized. Everything's like for business. Like it's not just like.
It's become corporate.
Yeah,
Very
it's not
corporate.
authentic anymore. I don't like it.
It's not niggas like just being like random. It's
Nigga,
the most
smash.
random videos, just like like the homemade
The
like
family
Yeah.
video. Like now it's like people have like their family.
it's
like,
it's
do you have,
become
like,
it's
Ace
become
family?
TV.
Yeah, no, that's the vlogging families. Like they're like, oh, like our daughter has swimming lessons. Let's go take a look. Like they
That's
just
so
film.
weird,
That's
like-
weird to me.
I used to watch the Shaytards.
Oh, I never liked them.
And I used to be very into vlogs. Did you guys remember
Oh my God.
BF versus GF?
Yes. They
I used
broke
to
up
watch
though.
that a lot. I used to, yeah. I was so devastated.
Yeah,
but
me
I
too,
was
actually
off,
was.
I was like off them beforehand.
Yeah.
So then when I came back, I saw that they did, and I tried watching like their solo shit, and I was like,
Yeah. No.
I was like,
Justin
yeah, I
Jenna.
liked BF versus GF. I
Did
didn't
you guys
like
used to
just
watch Timothy DeLaGhetto?
Yes, of course.
a
He's
lot.
my favorite, bro.
He's-
Crazy.
What is he up to now?
He's
I don't even
still
know.
he got
Still
married.
Yeah.
He's still
Is he
doing
really?
skits
Yeah.
here and there, but it's like they
was
fell
on
off a bit.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
only
he's
person
all
that
around.
the only person I know that's been consistently great is PewDiePie. That's the only person I've
Yeah,
seen
no,
like,
he's been.
stay.
That's true.
And it's so hard to
His
actually.
girlfriend quit though. She quit
Yeah,
too.
she quit. But it's just so hard. I know it's a difficult thing though. Just staying doing that same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why he stayed is because he's managed to just change and evolve with it as it went. Because he used to just be like gaming shit.
But it's also his content. Like he does games and like other things, but like games there's always going to be something new to talk
He
about.
doesn't even do games anymore.
No,
He just reacts to memes.
but that too.
I
Like
watch
if he
him
can
every
react
day.
to some.
I watch PewDiePie
Still.
every day. Every
Oh.
single
What
day.
do I watch now?
I
Not on
log
YouTube
on to
like that.
YouTube.
Take PewDiePie.
My
You just
first time
log-
logging into, because he usually uploads around like the 1 to 5 p.m.s.
Oh, okay.
So like, if I log in during that time, I'm looking for a PewDiePie video. And if he doesn't upload, I'm
I've never watched a
cheesed.
full PewDiePie video.
He's
Never.
my nigga, bro.
Do you remember Joey Santagato? Did you ever watch
Who?
that? Joey Santagato?
Nah.
Oh, he was good. He was like this like New York, like Brooklyn type based comedian. He'd do like skits in his basement.
The way skits just used to work before too.
Like, he was just so good.
Like 2009, 2010. Like
He's so
nigga,
childish.
Fred was funny.
Fred was the shit. Like
Fred
I
was
love
entertaining. Like nigga, try to watch a Fred
And
video now.
Smosh too, bro.
Smosh was interesting. Nigga, that shit is cringe,
It's
you
so
know. If
stupid.
if you watch it, the acting is shit. Like everything is just shit. Production.
Or
is,
Niga Higa.
Oh, I still love that guy.
Dude, they're
Yeah,
good.
he's
I
good.
He's
like them.
he's just a clever guy,
Yeah, he
and he
is.
just knows how to just like, even though he doesn't really swear that much, and he's still like still PG. He knows how to like keep shit interesting. I
Yeah.
still don't watch him that much, but I just remember like 1 million being like a lot of subscribers.
Yeah.
1 million used to
Like
be like
see
a
the
lot.
highest right now.
Huh?
What's the highest?
94.
million.
Yeah, that's PewDiePie. He does this whole thing with him and this company, this Indian company, because they're gaining. Because I think this thing happened where this new internet company in India managed to bring like affordable internet to more people. So people got
Oh, so-
more. People started getting more access to internet. And T-Series, is the Indian company. It's like
Okay.
a production company. They're like big. They're the biggest one, and they've always had a YouTube channel. But now people are getting on. And if you're in India and you make a YouTube channel, it's gonna show you like
Who
more
else?
local stuff, right? So T-Series is definitely gonna pop up. So they're getting subscribed to a lot. So what's been happening is like, it's been this because PewDiePie has been the
God.
number one subscribed YouTuber for I think since 2014 or 15,
Oh my god.
and it's been like that up until right now. So when T-Series, when that explosion of just people subscribing happened, there was this whole campaign that started happening where people just like subscribe to PewDiePie. It's the one moment of like just YouTube like actually feeling like a community again, because like every YouTuber was like subscribe to people's service. That's kind of how he just skyrocketed too, because he started getting way more subscribers. And it's like everyone, like people's teachers like they're making their teachers like subscribe. There's like billboards, people paying money for billboards for it. It was like this
So
big
weird.
meme
Do you know
thing.
who made like the most money? I think I'd have to like check stats.
Isn't it the
on this.
kid?
The kid Ryan. He does like tour reviews. My
I don't know how I
siblings are
feel about that.
obsessed with him.
Ethically, I don't know how I feel about
His
that.
parents, like, the thing is, I never understood what it was. My siblings are like, they're 5 and 3, so they just go around being like, we want to watch Ryan. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I don't know how I feel
Then
about
we
that
like,
at all.
it's literally a kid. He'll get like toys from like a company, like let's say, what's a good big company, like Mattel. They'll send him something, and then he'll like play with it for 10 minutes.
Sponsors.
Sponsored. Puts it online, millions of views. Like kids just watch reviews upon
Do you
reviews
know?
upon reviews of
Do you
that
know his
kid.
net worth? 20 mil.
He's like 5.
He was the number one most profitable YouTuber of 2018.
Yeah.
20 million 6-year-old. Do you really think like his parents are not pushing it onto him?
Yeah,
To
definitely.
play
Did-
with toys?
Actually, yeah,
it's-
you're
it's-
right.
Like he's playing
He's
with
And he's getting
playing
banned
toys.
toys.
Like YouTube videos are giving like
Yeah,
random
but
shit or,
still,
like, being in
it's
skits.
like there's still I still want to I still think it's questionable. To me, I still think it's questionable because it's
Just
like
think of it like they're making home movies. They literally have a
I know,
video
but I feel like when
on
there's
him and he's
millions
playing-
of dollars, like
when there's money involved, I still feel like it's gonna go to shit
Yeah.
ethically. Like some shit's gonna. But he's a kid. Maybe he's just enjoying it. I mean, nigga, he's playing with toys for money. Like kids don't usually. Kids just play with toys because that's just what kids do. But he's making money off it. His parents profiting. I just think like, I don't know, man. It feels like niggas just being used and you don't know.
I
What
feel like
happens
it's
when he's
only, like-
old? You know.
Yeah.
What
But
happens when he's old and
He
there's
made his money. He's gonna stop. Like,
yeah. There's probably gonna be new ways for him to do it. He got still
Maybe.
a good amount of years
Oh my!
of
Can we
toys.
talk
though.
about that YouTuber Olivia Jade and the mom with the whole like university scandal?
I don't know.
Don't tell me you
I
haven't heard about that.
Oh my god.
No.
You haven't.
He hasn't.
Let me let you know about what's going on. So there's this one. There's this YouTuber. Her name is Olivia Jade. She's my age, so she's like 19 or 20. No, she's 19. She's turning 20 in September. She's
Don't
making
do that.
videos. She's making videos for a while, like just like YouTube haul videos, like makeup, whatever.
The
Her
stupid
mom
corny
is
ass
Anne
music.
Becky from Full House. So Lori Laughlin's her mom.
I don't know
Like-
what it is, but-
Full House.
One
Uncle
of the
Jesse
actors,
and
I
Becky.
guess.
She has money. They have mad money. They live in California. She went to private school.
Oh,
her
Jesse,
whole life.
like Uncle Jesse.
Yeah. Her mom is Aunt Becky. I'm talking about a YouTuber. Her mother played Aunt Becky on like the show.
Whatever.
Doesn't matter. Her mom's an actress. They have money. Her dad's like some Italian business person.
Ugh.
Essentially, she wanted to go to some school in the California system, and she didn't have the grades to get in. So her parents paid $500,000 for her to get into that school. Her and her sister. They like faked rowing pictures. Like they took pictures off Google of people rowing and photoshopped their faces onto it and said that their daughters were like road crew or something, so they could get into the team. It was part of this huge scam. So now the mom's facing like 40 years in jail for that whole thing.
I mean, 500K. Like that's probably just a very like a very.
But she's
like,
not the only mom. Like it's a whole network of like rich parents who've been doing that to get their
Oh,
kids into like
shit,
schools.
okay.
So like, but the other parents have taken plea deals and like they've said. And the thing is, the other parents they only paid like $15,000 to get like better SAT scores. Like nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy.
Like her
they
daughter
photoshopped their fucking faces. once.
she didn't do the applications. They like paid for someone to do that for her. Like
Oh,
there's like
okay.
phone calls where she's recorded saying like,
40
oh, I
years? Is
forget.
that worth 40 years?
The problem is that she's not taking the plea deal. If she took it, it'd be a lot less. It'd be like 5-10 years something. She's going to jail for sure. Like she's not. There's no way she's not going to jail. Her and her husband, but like because she doesn't want to admit that she's guilty. 40 years in prison.
She doesn't want to admit she's guilty. Like his egos, man. It's just like I don't know, man. Shit, I don't know. Parents do just weird shit sometimes.
But now the daughter, so she's a YouTuber, and like she's claiming she had no idea of this whole thing happening. I call bullshit on that. Like she definitely knew about it.
she's getting bare views off that though.
No, people are hating on her. Like
She's still getting views.
I guess her name's like.
The ads are still
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
videos.
yeah, whatever. But she hasn't posted a video on YouTube. Hasn't posted anything on Instagram. Like nothing.
She's gonna have a big return.
So that's the thing. It's like after a big thing like that, what can you even do? Like, do you come back and be like, oh, sorry, my
Nigga,
parents are
Logan
liars.
came back from filming a dead person. He's still good.
crazy,
He's
too.
chilling.
Wait,
So
what did he say after? Just apologized?
he apologized. PR. He just did PR. Probably just went to his team. They told him what to say, who to go to get heard.
Back to me.
Dude, that whole thing was just weird. That was just
YouTubers get
sketch.
exposed.
Cause he prefaced the video like saying like this is some like this is nothing that's ever been done. I'm doing YouTube history doing this. So he was probably thinking like uploading it that it was like gonna be like big it's gonna do good. And he like spun it by saying it was like for suicide,
Awareness
depression
and-
awareness, like if you want to call. He put the number in there just to be like just to make up for it. But nah, like that fucked him up.
Like, what ends a YouTube career then? If like if you can film a dead body and get back from it, like what signals like the end of a YouTube career?
I think you just have to fuck up a good. There's an amount of times that you're supposed to fuck up. We know, yeah. There's an amount of times that you're supposed to fuck up. So it's like I don't know. I don't think we've seen anyone's careers get fucked though. Like we've seen people take big hits.
Jeffree
but that's
Star's
about
took
it.
a big hit. With that
Jeffree
whole,
Star is a fucking millionaire.
No, that's the thing. Like
Like,
after a
and
while,
his
you have so much
coach,
money.
Own
he is Kylie
company.
Jenner's like neighbor.
Own
like,
company.
He's doing fine.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
chilling. He's
Yeah,
chilling.
yeah.
Like he's set. But anyways, we're I guess the fucking library is being closed, so we're getting kicked out. We're just at an hour, so it's perfect. Thank you for listening. One of the cameras died, but both of the
That
cameras
one died
ran
like
out of
20
fucking.
minutes in.
It's because they have footage from the last episode still, because I haven't not finished editing.
Our viewers don't care.
They really don't give a shit.
About
The
video.
technicalities of things.
Oh.
Thank you for listening
listening.
and watching.
For listening to our watches.
Tune
Thanks
into
for having me.
the next episode. Anne was here, by the way, if you guys.
Swag.
Swag.
How do you end it normally?
How do we end it?
Like this. Give me money.
You've been pretty consistent with that.
Oui, d'accord, donc quand tu rentres,
Nugget?
oui, oui, donc quand tu rentres sur
Like,
comme
It's still recording. Hi.